welcome and welcome to the present. If you are just joining us for the first time, do us a favor by striking a like on the video. Very important. Subscribe, you get to subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Extremely important. Let's make sure the audio is fine. Yeah, the audio is fine from this side. How are you doing, Mr. Efosa?
I'm doing fine, bro. Good evening.
Good evening. What a weekend. What a
weekend. Power packed from Friday till Sunday.
I am telling you, especially this Sunday will be full of a lot of amusing reactions. No, I'm seeing the pain and the anguish of certain fans. It's unfortunate. While we Arsenal fans, the sensible Arsenal fans are actually sitting back. I like my lemon, not too cold.
Exactly, enjoy lemonade. Nice one.
That's good. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fine, sir.
Oh, this should be a fantastic stream. Oh, Lord. So let's start from the beginning. Let's start from Friday. So these are the results of Friday. Crystal Palace losing 1-2 to Spurs, our arch rivals. You saw a bit of that match, right? What would be your synopsis of the match?
Look, I don't think when we won at Crystal Palace, everybody was like, oh, doom and gloom, we are not playing well. Spurs went there, you understand, and Crystal Palace had a chance. I think where Mateta should have buried. Immediately, Tottenham weren't great on that day. They just had what it took to just win, especially the own goal that they conceded. Yeah. And all of a sudden, they became toothless animals, nothing. I think the last time we went there and they were threatening us was because they had a Berichi easy. If they didn't have him, we would have also done the same. So they were just trying to, from one to then Tottenham got the second goal with, I think, who was this guy that scored? Son scored again with a nice assist from, I think it was this guy that they bought in from the club, Bernard Johnson. So yeah, I looked at the game. For me, Crystal Palace, I didn't really expect much, but for me, attacking wise, they just took ordinary. And it's
like I told you behind this. Like I told you, sorry for interrupting you there.
No
sorry about that. I'm because of the delay. Like I told you on the phone the other day, without Olise and Eze, Crystal Palace look different. They look
they do.
They lack ideas, no creativity, no initiative. Yeah. Even the flat bully that is total, what's his name? The striker, the big bully that they have in their ranks.
Mateta.
What a useless player to me. No, if you see the goal that he scored ahead against Arsenal, I was thinking maybe have something in him. Since then, absolute useless striker for me. So I don't see so much from Crystal Palace. I would not be surprised if they plunge into relegation contenders this season.
Yeah, I won't be because they are not really doing that much, and their midfield. I don't see why I would still have a Milivojevic in my team.
What of the Dakore guy they bought in that Liverpool were interested in the summer?
Well, bro, Liverpool can be interested in you. You can do to your best. It's defensive work. If you give the ball to someone who can't retain it, you will be in defensive duty. To be a long night for you. So exactly. Yeah, I mean, he did what he could do.
So let's move to the next one. We'll do Chelsea at the tail end. So let's go to Bournemouth against Burnley. Kind of a driving match. I saw the excellent highlights. Nothing too much apart from very dodgy VAR decisions. The English referees love to be part of the conversation every weekend. It is what it is. Nothing too exciting. Two relegation candidates playing against each other. 6-pointer for them. Bournemouth came out on top. Burnley for me, I don't know why the media keep on shielding this and company. As a player, I'll give him his kudos. Very good for Man City. But as a manager, he has been horrendous, horrific. he has been pathetic and appalling, but somehow the media keeps shielding him.
I I can't understand because, um, like I said, even with the players they brought in, when they were
Yeah,
bringing all those guys in, I looked, except maybe they are turning the corner after a few weeks. I don't know, and I don't see it happening. But when I looked at when Nottingham Forest came into the league and what they did, the recognition that even their manager knew that the players he was bringing from Championship would not be able to make them stay up. And that is, the
exactly.
reality of the EPL. When I looked at the players he brought in, they were bringing players from maybe other parts of Championship and League One. Then they will go to what do they call this place? Maybe Swiss League and bring, a striker. If you're bringing someone from the Swiss League that maybe had a very good record there, he has to play in a very good team or he has to be a spectacular player. So all the players they brought in, I don't think those guys overly improve them, especially for the EPL. They can go back to the Championship and still lord over again for another full season. But coming here, he's not being creative. The problem is when they score, they just come out and want to come
Yeah,
and start playing rather than being smart. Yes, you can play football, but you also have to be defensively good because all you need is a run of games against these people and try and make your home ground a fortress. So
it
for
looks
me,
like
I'd say
It looks like YouTube is glitching today. Even I'm watching from my phone, it's acting all up. I don't know what is wrong with YouTube today. I've seen it across board. YouTube has been acting. So, guys, we're sorry for the glitch. It's not our fault. It's from YouTube. So, they are the service provider. There's nothing we can do. We'll continue to soldier on and see whether the problem can resolve itself. Because I don't know why it's glitching in and out. So, we'll continue. We're going to fly
yeah,
as we build. So, for me, with a company
yeah,
just being stubborn, is being stubborn. You have to sometimes adaptation is fantastic. That shows intelligence. You do not have
yeah,
the
of
kind of
course.
caliber of players to play what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
Like you can't be sticking to your guns when you don't have the instrument. Like
yes.
it's like what Sheffield United did yesterday. You are bringing a blade to a cannon fight. Come on, what are you expecting? What?
They call themselves the Blades. So
Yeah, and that's not we are full of cannons, so there is no chance. So when I watch Vincent Company and a Burnley, the fact that he refused to adjust, he still wants to play the tippy tapper with players who cannot play at that level.
yeah,
Um,
technically they are not there.
mm, they're not there. So it's just a clown word. It's just a clown word. So let's go to before we go to Arsenal. Let's go to Wolves versus Newcastle. I watched that game. I've seen a very horrible habit when it comes to Wolves. They love giving your opponent goals.
And they don't take enough goals themselves.
Yeah, so I'm like, I just see a pattern consistently. Like Wolves will actually offer you that offering. They love an offering.
Of
They love an
course,
offering.
I don't think I don't know how to describe it. I just look at their centre backs and I don't think they are so good. Even the right back, dodgy. And they
Somedo.
lose the ball. Yeah. Semedo can be good today, another day can be horrible. And
Yeah,
they just lose the ball in some very strange places. They have players that one thing with the players, they are good on the ball, but
yeah,
sometimes doing too much on the ball can be a hindrance. And that is one thing my guy always used to complain about. Sometimes when you move the ball quicker, yes, you begin to
yes.
actually, make waves. So for them, you saw when they played Man City, they were not dilly-dallying the way
On the ball too long.
yes. So they need to be more urgent and they need to be more clinical. That's one thing that I want to
I
see
mean,
from them more.
the two goals that Newcastle scored were totally avoidable. Now,
Mm.
on their personnel, for me, per se, I don't think they have horrible personnel. I just think, like you said, there's this lapse of concentration. They overdo it
Yeah,
sometimes. They are trying tricks and flicks in the wrong areas of the pitch sometimes. It just makes me look like what are you guys doing? Now,
yeah,
contrary to a lot of people thinking they are relegation candidate, I don't think they will be relegated. I think they have quality players to
Wolves.
stay in the league. But this constant gifting of goals and allowing the opponent to come back is just what I just look at them like I don't just know what is wrong with Wolves. And for Newcastle, a decent point. They have not been as defensively tight as last season, but they are coasting along. What do you think about Newcastle?
Yeah, I mean Newcastle. Yeah, they are coasting along, as you said. They have not been defensively tight as last season. I know people will say they've scored more goals than all, but we all know to an extent it's start padding. They beat
Sure.
Sheffield 8-0, then they beat
Yeah.
Aston Villa.
Exactly. So it's
So
definitely the statistics
yeah,
is like a bit
yeah,
misleading.
it's deceiving. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for me, I still look at them as a good outfit. They are tough outfits, realistically. So they are a team that are going to be tough, and we have them next. But I'm not thinking about them now. Like I said, Wednesday first as an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
then later on Saturday I'll think about them. But yeah, I think if Wolves were more clinical, Newcastle might not have gotten the goals they were looking for.
Exactly.
Hmm.
So let's go to Arsenal. We played on Saturday. It was a walloping, it was a bleating, it was a bullying. I some of you go to stretch and say it was kind of a beatdown of 5-0 comprehensive victory against Sheffield United. Edin Ketia, the headliner, the man in form, scoring a hat trick. Tomiyasu scoring his first goal after his 50th appearance at the club. Fabio Vieira scoring a day before the birth of his child. It's been all good news for us now, regardless of what Twitter will put to you concerning Arsenal. So it's been all fantastic regarding Arsenal this week.
Yeah, I do think it has. After returning, last week when we had to scrape or dig deep to equalize against those blue bombs, then we had to go into one of the toughest positions
Champions League matches.
Champions League matches or venues in Europe and get a win. I think a lot of people, regardless whether they were haters or not, were really impressed. Then coming back this week, and one thing we don't give Arteta enough credit for is his rotation. It has been excellent. Yesterday it was Kai and Smith Rowe. I felt that was a good, person. Those were good personnel. Now we all know Smith Rowe wasn't as fit as, but one thing we do not, I say those guys did. Now people were like, "Oh, Kai," I think that was the plan because if you look at the game yesterday, Zinchenko was, for me, now apart from Edin Ketia, Zinchenko was the man of the match because he took up positions and spaces that people would have occupied. Smith Rowe, they expected Smith Rowe to occupy. So Smith Rowe and Kai were more inside the 18-yard box or before the 18-yard box. So it meant Sheffield players would follow them, and Zinchenko was the free man in midfield. So hence being the free man in midfield, Zinchenko was really running things. And also, I liked one thing people would not have spoken about yesterday was, Kiwior, Jakob Kiwior.
Oh,
he was
quality,
impressive.
in my opinion.
Impressive. You would think he and Saliba had been partners for 2 years or 3 years. Yeah, they played. And one good thing was both are proper ball playing centre backs. So I think that helped us because you see the approach when people are saying, "Oh, we are not as fluid." We can beat a team 5-0 and we don't feel threatened conceding at home.
Do you know that Sheffield United didn't have any shot on target?
Yeah. The XG, they said the XG was 0.03. I don't know how they got that 3 at the end. I thought it was 0.00. But whatever.
Some people are saying, "Oh, it's just Sheffield United." But if I remember vividly, Spurs struggled to get a win. Don't tell me home on away. Man City, same thing.
Spurs were at home.
Exactly. Manchester United needed individual brilliance from Dalot to make it 2-1. So don't tell me, oh, it's just Sheffield United, because this conversation, the way they move the goalposts regarding Arsenal, it's just comical and farcical.
Yeah, I was listening to was it the football terrorist? The man Terry was saying something. He said people will say it's just Arsenal, but it's just Sheffield United. But when Arsenal loses to Sheffield United, you see Arsenal have not been impressive this season. He says so. You can't be moving the goalposts every time. We beat Sheffield United 5-0. Sometimes when people are the whipping boys of the league, you beat them. What people don't understand is we beat Sheffield United. How did we beat Sheffield United? Comprehensively, professionally. They never had a chance.
None. No chance.
You understand? That is what Arteta is aiming for. That performance yesterday, where it was thorough, it was professional, it was everything. And you see Declan Rice's importance in the team. Stopping attacks in some moments when have been counter-attacked. The understanding he had with Saliba, the understanding he had with Kiwior, it was that triangle is a proper unit that Arteta has focused on. So, and you could also see Kai getting stuck in, Martinelli getting stuck in, Smith Rowe, all these guys were getting stuck in, and they were doing what they were supposed to do. So, in my opinion, one thing is, a lot of fans are very stupid, and I see this as a trend. Sir Alex Ferguson always used to say, winning the league is not beating the big teams, it's beating the small teams. They are the ones with the points.
Expected to beat.
Exactly. They are the ones with the points. So if I'm going to play a relatively smaller team, I want to get as many goals as possible, and I want to make sure I can get points. We are trying to keep clean sheets more at the Emirates Stadium. I think we kept a clean sheet against Manchester City.
Yeah.
Now we kept a clean sheet against Sheffield. So step by step. So these are the things that we are doing bit by bit. So when people try to make it, and Odegaard didn't play, Jesus was not available, Gabriel was not available. Yeah. What do they call this guy? Saka was taking off.
Yeah.
Partey didn't play. Saka was taking off. Martinelli was taking off. Vieira came on. Tomiyasu came on. Ben White was taking. You can see the variety of what he has built. Now, people can say, now, this is one thing. You may not always agree with what or how you see it or how you want him to do it, but you have to respect that he is the one in charge. He will do as he sees fit. So, for me, I'm very happy with the manager. I don't really care about Twitter. If they like, they should go and do analysis. It's not my business.
So, comprehensive victory by the Arsenal, 5-0.
Exactly.
One thing I want to give kudos to Arteta that a lot of Arsenal fans who are quick to condemn, to reprimand the manager without being intelligent about it or being objective is that the fact that he recognized that, okay, we don't need the Gabriel, we don't need his physicality, we need a bit of panache and ball security with Kiwior, and brought him in, right? He said, okay, we don't need Jorginho and Rice. He brought in Smith Rowe because he wants some rotation, ball movement, dropping in between the lines, Kai doing their job. I'm like, that's spot on. A lot of us were doubting. A lot of us wanted Kai as the number 9, using Nketiah, whether we love Nketiah or not, whether we rate him or not. Nketiah's got a hat trick. So everything he did for that match was spot on.
Masterstroke.
So shout out to Mikel Arteta. Now let's go to this Chelsea against Brentford.
They will know. They are back. The Chelsea will know.
Oh Lord!
The Chelsea will know are back.
They told us Chelsea was back after they had that draw against.
Oh, bro, they are back. This is the Chelsea we know. They are back. They're actually back.
They're actually back. Do you know that Brentford have won more games at Stamford Bridge than Chelsea in recent history?
Bro, that's what they do. That's what they do.
Wow. We're told that Chelsea were back. What do you think went wrong? Because I've been hearing all kinds of theories. If Enzo was in that match, they would have played better. Oh God. Enzo has been there. How many victories have they had since Enzo has been bought? Like some people are saying as if we don't know what we're talking. No, Enzo has been there for how long? So if you go by their logic, right? What they're saying doesn't make sense. It don't make sense.
Bro, idiocy.
How many victories have they had with Enzo in the team?
Bro, let me ask you this. They said Kai was the problem.
Yeah.
Kai left.
And then Jorginho was the problem.
Jorginho left. Okay.
Potter was the
Barring we could sack that one. Lampard is not a good manager. I remember what Lampard said when he was leaving. Lampard said buying players will still not be enough. That is not what it is. He said
what's the problem, sir? If I may ask you, sir, what do you think is the problem?
You know why I love Arteta? Arteta went to go and buy Chelsea targets. And I'm laughing and enjoying every bit of it. When Lampard wanted Kai, when he originally came, Lampard was insistent on Declan Rice. How many years ago? He gave a reason why Declan Rice was the perfect midfielder. Now, we know who the real £100 million is. I'm not calling any names.
We all know. We know that.
Looking at Chelsea, you see, the problem with Chelsea is, yes, you could say they move the ball, but they move the ball well and all. Like, we might all come with banter and whatever. But the simple truth is, Chelsea's approach has hampered them. I remember when the season was about to start, this guy, Iga on Football Theory, said he understands they want to change their squad. But when you're changing your squad, what is the level of experience? You can change your squad and lose a lot of experience, right? Kovacic went to Manchester City. Now, look at where Manchester City is. Look at where Chelsea. Look at where Manchester City are. Look at where Chelsea are. Now, you can be changing your players, but the experience, even as much as people didn't rate El Neni, Arteta rated him. There was a reason.
Yeah.
People were, Jorginho. Arteta still rates Jorginho. There is a reason. With the idea of wanting to buy every top talent, Chelsea have, in a bid, turned themselves to
an academy.
Comical academy and mediocre in the sense where you're buying players, right? The first thing, the injury records of these players. How are the injury records? Now, why are you not buying players that are more experienced? Players that can come in. You were buying players during the summer. Did you not know you would need a proper striker? Because now, all of a sudden, everybody has turned on Nicholas Jackson. When Nicholas Jackson was playing, Nicholas Jackson, people, Arsenal fans, come and see striker, not Kai Havertz. Kai was never really a 9. Come and see what happened now. All of them are saying Jackson is not ready. Jackson is not this. My thing here is, even if they buy the striker, the Osimhen. See, I love Osimhen, right? Yeah. People don't understand. It's a huge upgrade from Serie A to the
Premier League. People don't see it.
And we are not always talking about one thing. When you look at someone like Salah went to a good team that knew what they wanted to play. Secondly, Salah has some things about him that individually are very good. His ability to play. I look at what do they call Osimhen? His pace, Osimhen will use to beat me. Osimhen will not dribble me.
Sure.
Right? There are players you look at when they are running with the ball. Now, in the EPL, Chelsea are saying low block, low block. This is where the problem is with Chelsea. Oh, Mudryk, they are shouting about. Let's be honest. Mudryk scored 3 games on a bounce: Fulham, Malta, and Arsenal. We look at the context of all the goals he scored. Okay, against Fulham, yes, he
Very
took
good
the
goal.
goal well. Against Malta, let me be honest, bro, we've not played football in a while. But if they call us to come and play against Malta, we'll
If
beat them.
Malta will score, will beat them.
That is
Yeah.
it. Because they are not a footballing country, they are not that good.
Yeah. They are not
Then you
football
look
nation
at
at all.
the goal. You look at the goal against Arsenal. How was the goal? The goal against Arsenal was it?
He's not scoring that against
Exactly.
he retired. He's not scoring that against he retired.
Exactly. So you're not talking about those 3 goals. This is my problem when they are saying they need a striker. Arsenal, they were saying Arsenal doesn't have a real striker. Arsenal competed for the league last year.
Yeah.
Without the so-called real striker.
Real striker.
And it wasn't even a real striker that made us lose the league. It was our key defenders that got injured. So now, if I'm now looking at everything, it's still, even if you have that pure striker, I'm asking myself the question. We always say Chelsea create chances. So what are the quality of chances you say?
Chances. God bless. See, I see this Balu, this talk about them. I'm like, I'm not seeing the clear-cut chances they are creating. They are creating half chance. Are you that desperate that half chances and half chances? No, those are half chances. You're creating real chances, because if you are creating real chances, I bet you Jackson will at least score 50% of those real chances.
Yeah,
you're creating half chances that you were used to Drogba scoring those half chances before. Now you don't have the quality of that kind of striker that can convert half chances. You're not angry. You're not angry. That's what's going on,
bro. But that is the thing. Jackson is not that kind of striker that you're looking for with those half chances. Even with half chances that you're talking about. Okay, the one that they're saying, oh, he missed half chance. The one against Nottingham Forest, where you can see glaring, it could still be a glaring chance to half chance because he wasn't properly positioned and all that. When was the last time you say they opened a team, they ripped a team open?
Team up.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because when I'm looking at Chelsea, this is the problem Chelsea are having. Look at the way Arsenal played Sheffield. Sheffield's low block and Brentford's low block. Which one was more realistically?
So Sheffield, remember the first 30 minutes? The first 30 minutes, as in it was 4-5, so 4-6. The first 30 minutes yesterday, it was 4-6. It was proper low block. Like we had to break through the windows or move the boss. It was proper packing of the damn boss figuratively.
But what happened? This is why I say when they are saying, that's why they said, oh, Arsenal, you've not been that good. No, we've been that good. We approach it differently.
Exactly.
Chelsea's own is you get the ball. Now, let me use this analogy. It's not like a guy that will go and tell you, oh, I touched it up with that bit. But we all know what happened. It was just vibrating, no penetration. You understand? It's the same thing. They just got the ball and, they just cross it to the wing. Sterling. Like, those are what I call opportunistic cross chances. You're hoping for you cross the ball. Yeah. Kai Havertz is not there anymore. Who are you crossing the ball to? It's not like when you saw Saka pick out Trossard. That was a proper intended. He picked him out.
Oh, exactly.
So I'm now looking at the game and I'm thinking, you're rushing. Calm it down. Draw them onto you so that you can because all those teams, when they see there will be a time, they must have that moment when they will be drawn out. Now, don't get me wrong. They had those moments where Madueke hit the bar, but still, you didn't have those chances where I would say, oh, you open things up. Now, Mudryk,
were they repeated chances? If you look at Arsenal, right? We kept on moving and recycling. You are moving and recycling the ball all the time. You're moving them around. You move them to the left, move them around. So it's not easy for them to keep that concentration for 90 minutes most times.
Exactly.
And Chelsea don't do that. They are just, like you said, they're just being hopeful that they'll rush it around, they'll kick it to Sterling, or Modric will pass it, or Madueke will do a skill. Like they're playing like Man U before we get to Man U, where they are hoping for individual brilliance, not team ethics or efforts.
That is what it is. So when people are, oh, I'm looking at it, even if you get a striker and teams come up against you low block, it's not going to change, because you still have to think the striker is there. If that striker plays, he will be left up top on his own. Nothing is going to happen. I'm not looking at what they call Nicholas Jackson. I'm looking at Kopama. At one point, that one's team will run out too. I'm looking at them. Yeah, I'm looking at them saying,
see, the Kopama hype, just like most English players do, the hype run out because it's not sustainable. And we have fickle fans who will still turn on their players very soon when they get tired, because Paul Palmer cannot do it by himself. He's too young to continue to carry that kind of team. He can't do it for a sustainable period of time. So let's see. He's going to run out. Shout out to Akim Morgan for coming to the stream. Hello, brother. Let's cherish this weekend like this. Seriously, I'm enjoying this weekend. We are enjoying this weekend. Why they moan and grunt and grapple and gravel? We are here relishing this moment. 5-0, Chelsea and the dumpster. Man United fans are howling like dog with rabies. It's just a fantastic weekend all around. All around. Like this man will tell you.
TV 500,000. So the Polori group money. Exactly.
That is Man U for you. That is Man U for you.
So when I'm looking at Chelsea, they are just talking hopeful. Sterling is not going to change. Sterling doesn't score enough goals. Modric, like I look at Modric, realistically, I don't think Modric will score 10 to 15 league goals, right? I'm looking at Sterling. I'm not seeing Sterling scoring 10 to 15. Am I seeing Kopama scoring 10 to 15? I'm not seeing it. So. Odegaard scored 15. Martinelli scored 15. Saka had 13 goals and 12 assists. These numbers tally. Xhaka had 7 goals. Enzo Fernandez doesn't even have an assist to his name. Declan Rice has 4 assists in about how many games for Arsenal? El Neni came from the bench, had an assist before Declan Rice and Enzo Fernandez. So, this their idea that Enzo Fernandez is 100. I'm not seeing the £100 million.
So do you think the modern fan? Do you think the modern fan? Oh, sorry about that. Do you think the modern fan has lost objectivity? Because sometimes I love Arsenal, right? Like we did a stream this morning. We love Nketiah, but we can still be real with our expectations of Nketiah. But there's this,
of course,
override this expectation of players who you can watch objectively and say, yeah, he's so, but you are seeing someone overhyping them. Like, no, you get disappointed because you're overhyping this player. He is not what you think he is.
Yeah.
So do you think that was
they're not objective.
Actually affecting the Chelsea team? Because I think if they can be real, and being real doesn't mean you are reducing your standard. Can we just stop falling for the word salad, the hyperbole of I have standard? No, you don't have fucking any standard. There's reality and you faking the funk. Right now, the Chelsea starting 11, Chelsea bench is not top 5 in the league. It is not, objectively. I don't care if you spend 2 billion or 1 billion. That squad is not top 5 in the league. So when you project this fake standard on these players and they don't perform, you get grossly disappointed.
Well, bro, it still stems to what you said. Now let's deviate before we go there. Like Manchester United, you said just because fans hear, oh, this guy is earning this amount of salary, they think he's a good player. He isn't. Yeah. You look at Enzo Fernandez. I loved Enzo before he joined Chelsea. He's a young player. That is what he is. He is a young player. Because the problem is, when you come into a poor team, right? Everybody looks at you as that Messiah. You understand? When Saka what happened? Saka, we always treated him as a young boy that was doing well, that was taking responsibility. Then we saw him growing in front of us, in our eyes, taking more responsibility, doing more, becoming that guy that could stand out. We saw him go through all those stages. Now I'm looking at Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez was in a very poor team. They brought him in, breath of fresh air, fresh off of winning the World Cup with Argentina. Your best young player and all that. Now, I'm looking at the Chelsea team. If you're going to make Enzo Fernandez be that guy, you're not supposed to pair him with people that are up and coming too. People that will make mistakes.
Yeah, that's too much load.
Because, okay, if Enzo Fernandez was playing for Arsenal now, he would do very well because he's coming into a very good team. So when he's coming into the team, even if he's on the bench, nobody will say too much, okay, yeah, he's on the bench, yes. But we all know when he comes with, what do they call it, with his abilities on the pitch, he will show. Yeah, let's read Aki Morgan's this thing before.
Yeah, he said, I think objectivity was lost with the rise of the internet. People just want clicks by promoting agenda. Exactly. He has said it. Like he even said something close to this yesterday. The desperation for traction, the desperation for monetizing your content. People will do anything for clicks and likes. So when, like, okay, I'll give an example. I was watching the Man U match, right? I'm trying to watch it objectively, and I was listening to Margot Bridge, and he had the nerve to say that was not a penalty. And I'm like, how dare you? Now, he has a large following, meaning if you are not smart enough, you don't have your mind of your own, you think, oh, because he has a bigger platform, he has this following, that means he's intelligent. No, I get it. Football is tribalistic, right? I understand. But you owe your audience a level of objectivity and education because they look up to you. I'm not saying you are telling them to look up to you, but by default, these people how can you say that is not a penalty, that the referees are cheating? And he went on this tangent of let's look at Oliver. He was in charge of the Arsenal game. He's now in PAR. That means it must be a cheat. No, I'm looking by that logic. So let's say I'm driving, right, above speed limit, and the driver before me went above the speed limit, but the police did not pull him over. They'll pull me over, and now I have the nerve to tell the police that, oh, you didn't pull that guy over that went before me. Why are you pulling me over? Two wrongs don't make it right. The fact that one got away with it doesn't mean I have to get away with it. Now, Oliver could have been poor against Arsenal. We won. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Does that mean you repeat the mistake to keep it even? I'm like, what am I listening to? What am I listening to? This is crazy.
Yeah. Even I was of that opinion. So I and my guy were talking. The only problem is when he was talking is consistency from the refs. Like we do know, even in, like I was citing some games last season. You remember the Southampton Arsenal game?
Yeah.
Where Jesus was being harassed.
I visibly pulled. Now, I don't agree with that. Does that mean if that referee sees that kind of similar scenario again, he shouldn't call a penalty because he didn't call it the last time? Come on now. Come on, let's be sensible. Come on. Everything should not be about jokes and likes and traction. It's not that poor. Come on. You get to a level that you want a bit of integrity in life.
Yeah, bro, you know, so for some people, just because they might have a big following, it doesn't mean they may not be tribalistic. That is the thing. So
are we not tribalistic?
Yeah, but bro, but that is you. That is why I say the individual. You look at yourself and say, oh, because I have, as you are building your platform, you are tribalistic. And I'm not tribal. You're tribalistic, but you have objectivity. Now, because someone has a big platform, doesn't mean the level of objectivity I will have, they will not have. I don't know if you understand. It differs. We expect that there will be non-tribal, objective, with the understanding that they are still tribalistic.
Yeah.
Now, if you come and you say, okay, because like sometimes because I'm a Manchester United fan, I don't agree with it, right? I can understand if you say because you're a Manchester United fan. It's more like the chance against when Kai Havertz that penalty shout against Manchester United, right? Now, that penalty shot against Manchester United, realistically, when someone was saying it, he said it's 50-50, right? If the ref gives the penalty, fine. If the ref doesn't, you're not going to be angry. There was not too much in it. Yes, there was contact, minimal contact. Now, what is minimal contact? That is debatable. So it
Let's
is what
an example.
it is.
I'll give you a perfect example. We lost out of top 4 2 years ago against Spurs, right? Remember that match at Spurs Stadium? Cedric's challenge. For me, why did Cedric give the referee that decision to make? He didn't need to shove Song in the back. I don't care. Don't tell me as an Arsenal fan that's so. Why did Cedric do it? That's what I was saying. People were saying, no, I don't care. I'm an Arsenal fan. I want Arsenal to qualify. I know it was at stake, but Cedric should not have been doing that. Why will Holland pull and impede Rodri that way in a set piece? Don't give the referee
a chance to want to make a decision.
Yeah. So instead of putting the responsibility on your player, you want to put on the referee because of this quote unquote agenda. Get the F out.
Then see, even sometimes you can make the argument and say, ref, I understand. I don't know if you understand. When I saw the penalty, I understand soft, but I understand where they are coming from. I don't know if you understand. It wasn't something where it was crazy.
D, my friend, is a Man U fan. He called me, and first thing he said, he thinks the penalty. And I said, me too. See, when I saw it, I didn't say soft. I'm like, why are you doing that? In the penalty box.
Yeah, it's exactly what my guy used to say.
I think you are
the rule is the rule.
You are reaching it.
That's what he used to say. You used to say the rule. It's just like McTominay against Chelsea last season. There's no need to hold that guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you hold a player and you leave the player. You just hold him small, leave him. You understand? But when you hold him for too long, you see, sometimes, even if the referee wants to pity, there is no...
Do you know why? These players know there is VAR. They know, it's like, they know. And you do that. You're going to tell them, it's not subjective. Clear Stonewall penalty. If it was an Arsenal player that did that, I'll say the same thing. Because I don't like that kind of shenanigans in the penalty box. I don't like it.
In the game,
yeah. Let's not play those kind of dangerous games. So let's go to today's results.
Let's round off Chelsea. So as you said, they are not objective anymore. Yeah, they are not objective. So realistically, there are expectations that they are going to sign Osimhen this summer. Like you said, 1 billion spent, and their bench is still looking like, for me, I don't think I'm Osimhen. I'm going there.
Let me ask you a question as we round up on Chelsea, right? Just like we have this subset of fans, both Arsenal, Chelsea, especially the English fans. I'm going to say something controversial. When we're growing up, we always thought the Westerners were very smart people and bright people. The more you listen to them talk and you interact and we travel, I'm like, these guys are bang average. I'm going to do their word again. They are bang.
It's level playing field now.
I'm telling you, from their pundits to their overrated content creators, these guys are bang average cognitively and otherwise. You know why I say so? Now, Tony is supposedly a savior that they're saying that, if Chelsea signed Tony, if Spurs signed Tony, or Arsenal signed Tony, they win the league. Okay, let's go by that logic. At the summer, where was this narrative that any team that signed Tony will win the league? At the summer, when Real Madrid were looking for strikers, Bayern were looking for strikers. These are traditional big teams globally. Yeah. None of them were interested in Tony. Yeah. But a few months later, Tony is now a miracle worker.
No, let me play the devil's advocate. They will tell you he had ban. So that's the reason they did not.
When did the news of the ban come out? When did the news of the ban come out?
I think the ban came out last season, right?
Okay. Let's go by that, right? So, how many goals has Tony been scoring for Brentford? Has he scored 20 plus goals for Brentford in any season?
No, in the EPL, no.
No. Okay. Aside from that, is Tony English or not?
He's English. Yeah.
Has he played any competitive game for the English national team?
I don't think so. No.
That means he has not. Let's say he has played 1 or 2, right? So at 28, 27, 28, he's yet to play for his national team. He's yet to play for his national team. But somehow, he's a messiah for Arsenal to win the league. Is that they are running adverts? Are they running adverts for the commerciality of English players?
I don't know how to describe.
This is trifling. For me,
I don't know how to describe Tony. Yeah. I don't know how to describe Tony. I would say for me, he's an okay striker. Right? Like when people write off Jesus, that's my problem. My problem is I still look at Jesus realistically and think Jesus can score 20 goals in one season.
If he stays fit, he will. If he stays fit.
Yes, if he stays fit. You understand? Now, he doesn't stay fit. That's my problem. So,
but
when I look at
it, you are treating Jesus like Tomiyasu now. For me, he came in last season. He had that injury with Brazil during a World Cup, as an unprecedented World Cup together at that point during the league. He came back, right? He had that operation.
Yeah.
Now he had a clean up from that injury, the beginning of this season, right?
Yeah.
Then he has hamstring can happen. He had a twin hand. So Jesus is not injury prone, as people are making him to seem. I just think he has just been unlucky with situations as of present, and he will get over it. He is not injury prone.
Yeah, of course.
The news, the English media will make something out of nothing. If you are not careful and analytical enough, they will.
We are comparing Jesus and Richarlison one time now. What are clowns?
Exactly.
I mean, I don't look, for me, I'm not going to look at Tony and say I would want a more, like, for me, I don't even see the strikers. Now, people are saying Osimhen. Now, with the way we play, maybe it's still dicey for me. You
see, I'm a Nigerian. You're a Nigerian. I'm a Nigerian. You're a Nigerian. Crunch time for World Cup qualifiers, I saw Osimhen flop it. See, Osimhen, it reminds me of a player called Higuain. Looks good sometimes in patches. I'm telling you the truth. Osimhen is not the striker the media and these fans are thinking he is not. Osimhen, we will see you. Oh Lord. See, Osimhen. He will make a lot of you. See, the Italian league is not as competitive as a lot of you are making it seem.
Of course, it's not. It's not as competitive.
So this Osimhen wet dreams that a lot of people are engaging in, you will soon wake up. Fosa said, I cannot agree with Fosa. I think we could do with an Ivan Toney because Jesus' injury record scares me and Tony can give us something different. You see, for the first time, I'm going to agree with Mr. Akin. This myth of injury record, I just explained in context now.
Yeah.
Do you see a player that is injury prone in the context I explained it? He got injured at the World Cup.
No, as you said, it could be time and chance at Arsenal. Just that he came at the time when he had to his knee. He just finally had to just work on it.
Yeah, and the last one he went out for, it was to clean up that same knee. And guess what? It came quicker than we expected.
Of course.
So let's be calm. He said, Akin Boga said, prime Higuain was better. Higuain was a flaw. Let's be real. You see Higuain at Chelsea. Higuain at Madrid.
Well, that's why I said prime Higuain. Prime Higuain was at Napoli. It's true.
See,
if I was Osimhen, bro, I would talk. I'm not going to Chelsea. He will saw what Higuain did at this team, Napoli. So me, I should go there. My career I will do like this because of money. It's not
yeah.
No, bro, but it's true.
The final,
right?
The final expose of Osimhen, if he dares to come to the Premiership, I dare him. No, I want Osimhen to come to Premiership and he'll be exposed. No, I don't hate him personally. I don't know him from a can of paint. I just think I watch football enough. I've seen certain traits, how players can progress in EPL and how players in Italy might struggle in EPL. We saw how some certain attacking players came from Germany to Chelsea. They're looking great. And at Chelsea, it will just go flat. I'm sorry. Osimhen is not that player, but don't spend that kind of money on him. Who am I?
I think the greater risk for Arsenal to take is just that Stuttgart guy. 17 million euros.
I'll take
you
that.
Understand? Like, it's not much money. I will just wait. At the worst come to worst, if he doesn't perform, I'll buy Benjamin Sesko.
Exactly.
Simple.
Exactly. Akimoga said Chelsea is where striker go and die. Exactly. I agree with you on that. For me, Benjamin Sesko is young. You can see when you watch Benjamin Sesko, you just know that footballers thrive in every league.
Yeah.
I noticed that. If you're a real footballer, not a pace merchant, or footballers will thrive in every league. That's why when you see Jesus, he's going to thrive in any league.
Of course.
Because he's a proper footballer. But all these pace merchant, when you meet defenders like Saliba and Guilherme Magalhães, you will calm down.
Of course.
You calm down.
What of that Sevilla guy that always used to do giddy? His header. That day, what did he do? Apart from one chance.
Nothing. Yeah. So, Akin comes that, come on, man. We need to be excited to find out that Arsenal put a bid for. Never. I'm sorry, I can't disappoint you. I will never encourage Arsenal to bid for that guy. I'm a Nigerian, no. Akin, I'm a Nigerian. I'm telling you, I've watched Osimhen intentionally. Like you mentioned, he's quick for the Italian league. He's very quick for the Italian league. But the English league has a lot of quick defenders.
Bro, even Højlund that was very quick there. You saw today.
Yeah.
Even as quick as he was, they could still match his pace. And for me, what I'm even talking about is this. Is low blocks. Low blocks. I saw Osimhen play against AC Milan last year when they lost the first leg. Yeah. It's like Napoli didn't have any other way, or you just cross it, like he wasn't winning it. Okay, today I saw him this season when the day we played Lens, when Real Madrid played Napoli. I saw when he played. When he played that game, right? Rudiger held him. You understand? Now I'm not thinking if it's Jesus, Rudiger won't hold him. Because let's not dream about it.
He'll be drifting from side to side.
Yeah, like it was easy. So I'm not thinking if you're playing like Brentford defenders, where they are big too, they will now hold you. So you're not going to have that freedom. Maybe you say we play better, so we will find more spaces and all. Yes, just because of how we play. Because of how we play, it will help him. But to say, that is that thing that people are looking at Jesus and saying, if Osimhen is better than Jesus, in terms of goal scoring and goal getting so far.
Yeah.
But when we are talking about the all-round player, who you would need in your team, I'm telling you, man, Jesus is that guy.
Jesus all the way. I'm not falling for this nonsense chat of Tony or Osimhen. It's just like
bro, you know why people are looking at it?
Yeah.
They are trying to look at, sorry for cutting you short.
Oh, no problem.
They are trying to look at Haaland, the way Haaland is for Manchester City, that maybe Osimhen can be like that for us. So I understand where they are coming from. I don't know how it's going to work, but for me, the person I want is that Guirassy. Why? I see the quality of goals he scores. Or look at that Boniface for Leverkusen.
For Leverkusen, exactly. Low risk that can work, doesn't work. Yeah.
Yes, they will maneuver. There was one goal he did one very local skill like that. But the thing worked. He passed the ball. They scored. So those things is what I'm looking for. You understand? I think we are wrapped up with Chelsea. At the end of the day, they are truly back. Next week.
Yeah. Oh Lord. So let's go to let's go to today's matches, right? So today's matches, West Ham against Everton. We're taking goal by Calvin Lewin. Today, West Ham were just huffing and puffing. Did you see the game?
No,
can you hear me?
There's no way I'm going to watch that. Yeah. I said there's no way I'll watch those two because I know it's the battle of the Gidigbo.
That's not part of it. West Ham against Everton. Everton looked decent. West Ham were just huffing and puffing over the half. Nothing spectacular. The one I didn't see was the Aston Villa against Luton. We all know Luton are the whipping boys. They're expected to go back to where they came from.
Of course.
To go back to it. So nothing. Brighton against Fulham. I was disappointed that Brighton allowed Fulham to get back into the game. But Liverpool, we know they're supposed to beat Nottingham Forest, which they did. Shout out to them. Now, I want to talk about these guys. Manchester United losing to Manchester City. Before we go into that, let's read the chat from Akim Morgan, one of our esteemed watchers and listeners. Shout out to you, Mr. Akim. I know it's off topic, but I cannot believe some people want us to pay 80 to 100 million for Declan Ferguson after a hat-trick. If Brighton have Eddie, they will finesse the entirely. Exactly. Now, yeah. I've watched the guy. I'm sorry. I'll take Sesko over him 100%.
Of course. Of course. And Sesko will cost like 60 million pounds max.
Yeah. I don't know whether because I'm kind of traditional and old school in some sense, even though I can be very progressive, provided progressiveness makes logical sense, it's natural and biological. I don't do nonsense, progressive nonsense. People are taking to the tailpipe, all kind of sexuality. Shout out to you for what you believe in. But some of us don't go that far. I don't go that. I'm not going that. If you want to go down the railings, God bless you and bless you. You and your partners. Yeah. I don't go that far.
You understand?
It's true now. I'll put that disclaimer out there. I'm progressive rightly. I'm not progressive to some kinds of banalities and animalistic,
strange things.
Yeah, so I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
For me, Ferguson overrated. Good player, very good player. But you know the English overrating of players. So no, I'm not going to. So let's watch this interesting clip before we talk about Man U. Maybe we'll react to the clip too. So fair use, and fair use.
Graceful tactics. What's the game plan?
Well, no, let's have the beginning.
And you know what? If it's not for your boy Ten Hag, mate, it could be 6 or 7, mate. Disgraceful tactics. I've tried to back you. As much as I can. I'm in the fucking.
Do you think he can back Ten Hag? Do you think he doesn't have this guy to back Ten Hag?
Who gives two fucks about this guy? Like, let's be honest. Who gives two fucks?
Do you make decisions?
No, bro, that is what I'm saying. Who gives two fucks? Someone that says, what do they call this guy? Jim Ratcliffe is broke.
Yeah,
so
that was disrespectful.
Like, why do people overestimate their importance in some moments? You like, come on.
That statement, when I heard it, and I remember I was supposed. How can you say Ratcliffe is broke when you don't have that kind of money? Like,
yeah,
we know we are fans. We have our opinions, but there should be regulations within our opinions where we should actually be respectful sometimes. Like, come on, man, come on. So regarding the game, right? You said, let me repeat it again. Let's play it again.
Man, others. And you know what? If it's not for your boy Ten Hag, mate, it could be 6 or 7, mate. Disgraceful tactics. I've tried to back you as much as I can. I'm in the fucking rain here. And I've tried to back you as much as I can, mate. But it's done. It's done, mate. You have sacked yourself, mate. Absolutely disgraceful tactics. What's the game plan? What is the game plan?
What do you think so far?
Bro, you see, all these guys that think, all these Said, see, sometimes we'll call clowns what they are. You understand? And they can find it in bad taste. And I'm being graceful. You understand? I'm being graceful.
You can't come and say,
no, bro, I said I'm being graceful. I could go beyond.
See, if you call this grace, that means what you have in mind is far.
They won't get on a this with. See, this is where Manchester United's problem has always begun. Listening to fans. I get an idea, right?
Okay, let me play devil advocate. If you say listening to fans, we too we are fans. We are here talking, and some people listen to us. Don't you think that's a bit hypocritical? I'm just playing devil advocate.
No, it's not hypocritical because left for a lot of people, they would have sacked Arteta how many months ago into the job. Left for most of these fans, if there was social media when Alex Ferguson took over, Alex Ferguson would not have been a Manchester United legend. Left for these fans alone, they listen to fans. They sacked, what do they call this guy? David Moyes. They didn't give him time. Okay, after that one, Van Gaal came in. That one went. After that time, it's been the same cycle, right? Now, this is my problem with the Glazers and whomever, is someone is coming in. There has to be a proper organization. Look at Ajax. Ajax sacked what do they call Van der Sar. Look at what's happening to them today. When Van der Sar, some of their best years for the past, before last season, when Ten Hag came, the season Ten Hag left, and the season before when they got to, I think when they got to that semi-finals in 2019-20, from that time down, Van der Sar used to be there. There was an understanding of what they wanted to do, players and all. What happened now? Ajax sacked him. Everything got destroyed. This guy, Mark Overmars and that.
To be fair, which I'll push back, but he was sick. He had an operation. He was kind of sick. So
no, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. Mark Overmars and all those guys. Yes, we heard of that situation about Mark Overmars and the staff and all that they had to let him go and all. But what I'm trying to say is we saw what that organization did to them, and we saw what that disorganization did to them. Look at where they are. They are 18th. They lost a lot of key players. Now, this is where I'm going to. You want a manager, right? A lot of Manchester United fans are that this guy now that came and was crying, oh, he backed Ten Hag. Ten Hag sacked himself. This guy doesn't have the authority to sack Ten Hag. You understand? He will never.
But he has the authority to have an opinion on Ten Hag.
Yeah, but not to say he sacked himself. Ten Hag will still be in the dugout. A lot of these guys, right? This is where the problem is. Even at Brighton, where people are saying, oh, De Zerbi is doing well. There's a structure there, right? Sure. Where is the director of football? I don't know if you understand.
I do.
You and I, we are not working on any official footballing network, right? But we both know that Yusuf Fofana should be a player that Manchester United should be signing in January so that he comes summer. You understand? We all know Casemiro is not a player that is good on the ball. And he contradicts what Ten Hag wants. We all know that realistically, what do they call these guys? Today, it's not about tactics. Manchester United lost to a team. Technically, they are way better than. McTominay is still at Manchester United.
What you said about Casemiro, right? But Ten Hag actually endorsed the signing of Casemiro. So are you saying?
But they said before Ten Hag came, they had already agreed whatever for Casemiro.
No, they wanted De Jong. He wanted De Jong as first choice. Somehow they couldn't get that deal done, and they went to their second or third choice.
Yeah, from what they said, Casemiro had already made it. Like he had already, they said the deal had already been done since, was it June? Around that time, maybe Ten Hag came up before. So they had already called him and told him about it. So he was and the money they were Manchester United were offering him was, as we know, a lot. Yeah. But Ten Hag's main target had always been this guy. What's his name? De Jong.
De Jong. Yeah.
Yeah. So now there was a reason for De Jong and all that. Because we all know, as they said, if it's me too, I'm not leaving 20 million euros.
Why will I leave?
So, but that's the thing. So that particular thing didn't work out. But that is where the structure comes in. Okay, this De Jong didn't work out. What is the similar option or opinion? Because definitely you want to play football. If you want to play football, you need a Casemiro to be dirty. But you need someone that orchestrates play from deep. I saw Manchester United fans today shouting at Bruno Fernandes. Look, you can shout all you want. Bruno Fernandes will always be frustrated. In a team where you have been giving good numbers since the day you came, there is no matter of commitment. One day you will get tired and get frustrated.
Sure.
And that's what he's suffering.
See, keep talking. StreamYard has started what he is doing again. Keep talking.
Okay. So
I'm trying to rectify
Manchester United, when I'm looking at them, I'm thinking most of the players that were on the pitch are not supposed to be there. I'm looking at this guy. What's his name? Okay, fine. Look at Maguire today. You can say, oh, he didn't do that much wrong. Yes. But is Maguire spectacular? I don't think he is. Look at Johnny Evans. Yes, they were average, but that is what an average performance gives you. It wasn't as horrible, but it's more like when we saw Saliba and Gabriel, these are top players, top center backs. I don't know if you understand me. So now that I'm seeing that, all these players, you look at McTominay. McTominay shouldn't be at Manchester United anymore. They need a better player than that. Mason Mount, as time goes on, because it's too early for me to call on Mason Mount and say, when I gave Fabio Vieira time to bed him. I also have to be fair and say, let's see what he will do with Mason Mount. The boy that he has been, that small boy, Garnacho, if I'm being very honest, I don't really see the hype that Manchester United fans are hyping. I just believe Manchester United fans also want to shout in with a youngster. As Arsenal I'm shouting about Saka and Martinelli, they also want to shout about the boy. But do I think he's that good? I don't think he's that good. Is he okay? So. That's how I look at him. But I'm looking at midfield. Okay, Bruno, in my opinion, is a goal scorer. He gets the numbers. When we are talking about the wing, now, yes, Ten Hag's Anthony buy has not turned out well. But what did Manchester United buy before he came there? Which was Sancho. Now, in my opinion, even if Anthony has not turned out well and Anthony needs a kick up the arse, is Ten Hag going to put Sancho? We are hearing people saying, Sancho. We don't know the guy's attitude. These guys today, Manchester United may have lost, but I don't think maybe their attitude is not, what do they call it, as bad as what other people want and what Sancho is doing, excuse me. Now, everybody wants a situation where, these guys will play. Manchester City are just better. Manchester United don't have enough quality. Let's call it what it is. You cannot buy Onana to play football and he passes a ball and someone else cannot bring the ball down and also play and progress. That is not going to happen. So in my opinion, when people are complaining, Manchester United fans are complaining, this is this. Realistically, I don't think it makes any sense for anybody to complain. This is not tactics that made you lose today. It is just quality and be a team being superior. When Arsenal played Manchester City, you saw the quality of players we had. Those players matched what do they call, the ambition and the tactics of the manager. So yes, people can say, oh, Bruno playing on the what do they call it, on the right. Look, realistically, even if he played at the center, you guys would still have been smart. So, bro, are you there? I think this is okay. So that's my own view. It's an unfortunate thing that Manchester United, you know, people could have anticipated, or out of optimism, that they could win, but it just didn't happen for them today. And some of the buys that Manchester United have had, okay, Højlund is a youngster, right? So maybe that goal in the EPL, yes, he hasn't scored yet. He will get his goal. Rashford, Manchester United realistically need another person to also challenge Rashford. That is the truth. Garnacho is not good enough, because Garnacho, sometimes the same people that are saying Ten Hag has been that does favoritism has played Garnacho in how many games? Garnacho still doesn't do anything. He can start, and yet he will not do well. But he comes in as a good substitute. So you don't need only substitutes in your team. So I think he needs to get another player. Now, Pellistri, I want to see more of Pellistri. I don't know why Ten Hag is not playing him. I want to see more of him. I saw a little bit of him during the World Cup, and I was really impressed. Now, do I think Ten Hag will play him? It's left for Ten Hag to make that decision. I'm looking at Manchester United's defense and the injuries. They have not been kind. So, in my opinion, a player like all these Maguire and all of them, look, they should still be sold. Manchester United fans, I think sometimes they want to be attached and be like, oh, but Maguire did this, Maguire did that. Now, this is the way I see it. Maguire's redemption arc that you're praying for, I don't think it will happen. If you bring in players like Todibo, in my opinion, Todibo is an upgrade. He's fast. He's good, very good on the ball. He's a very good player. Now, I think Manchester United, you can go to Las Palmas, in my opinion. Mika Mamor is a very, very good centre-back, left-footed centre-back, and can play as left-back also. And he can have a pass. So, that is a very good player. Now, in my opinion, Casemiro, after this season, is gone. Or he should sit on the bench. Now, why do I say so? Yusuf Fofana of Monaco, AS Monaco, Manchester United should be signing him. He's a free agent. He is, look, for me, he is what he will be to Manchester United, what Partey is to us. He's like Partey, but I'd even say stronger and knows how to tackle more. But he's just like Partey, very good on the ball, can dribble, can take players out of the game, give a very good pass. Kefren Turam should be a Manchester United player. Kefren Turam and Yusuf Fofana. Yusuf Fofana is free. When Yusuf Fofana starts playing and Kefren Turam starts playing, Manchester United will have one thing. You will have players that are very, very good on the ball, comfortable in possession and press resistant. That is the first problem, and they are technically gifted. Now, on the wing, Sancho, for me, that guy is gone. Sancho goes. I don't know who you bring as a right winger. Already thought about anyone. But I think Frimpong or Singo should be a Manchester United right back. Because Dalot and all those guys, man, let's forget. It should be Frimpong and Wan-Bissaka. Dalot, yes, he has been good, but he has to go. Manchester United need to let a lot of players go. The day they do that, that is the day they begin to, succeed. So it's easy for us to blame Ten Hag. It's easy for people to say, oh, Ten Hag this, Ten Hag that. But you can't get the quality that you want if you don't have quality players. all these about working with players. Some players you can't work with. We saw what Arteta did when he came to Arsenal. He let a lot of players go. So, in my opinion, Manchester United should do the same. It's not sacking 23 players, but 7 to 8 players need to go. So that a renewed breath of fresh air in a new environment can come in and actually make a difference. So that's how I see it. It's very unfortunate. People blaming Ten Hag, I understand. You've not played well, but realistically, it's not about playing well right now. For me, I think it's more or less getting, proper.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wow. That's stream.
You're welcome.
I have to start, log off, go out and come back, and shout out to you for holding forth. Thank you so much. Wow. I don't know what's wrong with streaming here. Once it crosses 1 hour, it starts. I don't know. Wow,
Technology.
I really appreciate it. Yeah. I really appreciate you for holding forth. I hear you talk about Ten Hag, how people are being impatient. Shout out to you. But Manchester United fans, I think the banter era has started. They are not used to it. See, life is in stages. Remember when Ten Hag was so arrogant to say there's an end of an era to Man City?
Yeah.
He didn't know he was a self-fulfilling prophecy to himself. Oh, Lord. The audacity for him to say so. As much as I understand what you're talking about regarding the fans being overly reactionary, Ten Hag has made a few errors. Now,
of course.
I saw Anthony come on today. Petulant. For me, it's a waste of time, money, and legal fees. He's not a Manchester United player.
No, he's not.
He's not. But they paid 100 million euros for him.
Yeah.
Sancho, another bomb. He has more grace because he's English. If Sancho's name was Shegun, the English fans will not have so much patience with him.
They will grill him.
I remember I put up a video the other day comparing Sancho and Pepe.
Bro, Pepe is way out of his league.
Yeah, but yet Sancho has so much grace.
Bro, you see, you can say, Ten Hag has this player he likes, the attitude. Now, it's not a situation where we can say, I named 4 players they can bring in so that their midfield becomes a press-resistant midfield, right? And in all those players they would spend, I assure you, Manchester United may not need to spend 150 million on those 4 players. Those are efficient players. Now, when I look at right wing,
where I'll push back is that teams now know Manchester United are willing to spend.
Yeah, no, bro. Monaco and the Monaco guy, what do they call it? Fofana. Fofana is free during the summer.
But Man U cannot compete with other people that are competing for a signature, in my opinion. Who would love to go to Man U right now? Which player would, in their right senses, want to go to Man U?
Yeah, bro, that was why when Partey made the move, it seemed like it was a shocking one. At that time, even Simeone was like, he thought Partey would or should have made a move to Manchester United rather than Arsenal. But I don't know if you understand.
See, Partey's move to Arsenal, right? We knew that Partey was a unique player for that position.
Yeah.
The problem with Manchester United is that all around the team, there is dysfunctional players.
Bro, that's what I said. See, 7 to 8 players need to go, right?
Yeah.
Maguire, McTominay, Dalot,
Casemiro,
what do they call Casemiro? All those guys don't need to be there anymore. If Casemiro is there, Casemiro is holding bench. You understand? I don't give a damn. If everybody comes and say 5 Champions League winner, did they win it for Man U? Exactly. That is the stupid excuse those guys bring up. You bring in Todibo, Mika Mamor, you bring in Fofana, you bring in Thuram. Bro, Manchester United's core has changed.
Sure.
You understand? And you change the right back from Dalot to Frimpong. You have changed the core of your team. You understand? Then you have to look at your left back now. Look, sure, are you in, or if you have to sell both of them and bring in another left back. This thing is to win. You understand?
Do you know how many players that are not good enough for Man U but are on long contracts or that have been bought recently?
No, let them they have to leave. You understand? Have to
see. If you look at Arsenal, right, we have similar problem. We have to get rid of Mustafi, Socrates, Aubameyang, the French Guendouzi, right?
Yeah.
But those are low cost. Aside from Aubameyang, they were low cost players. They bought Casemiro last season. They bought Casemiro last season, right? Varane on high wages. Maguire would not leave. McTominay will not leave. Dalot is not good enough. The young boy from Holland they bought, I've forgotten his name, Malacia. These players are
Malacia. Even Malacia was willing to say, okay, like Fabio Vieira, let me give you seconds. You understand? But he's even injured for me to even say, oh, I don't even have a marker on him. You understand? Sure. I'm looking at what do they call this guy? Maguire, right?
Yeah.
Now, because of these appearances, we're hearing West Ham are still interested, they still want.
But Maguire told us last week that if you look at statistics, whenever he plays for Man U win. And he does.
Bro, as a manager will tell him, you are not. See, emergency calls for emergency. See, bro, it is what it is. When I take some players,
statistics bears it as say he does for Manchester United.
Well, bro, that is in his head. I'm the manager. It's true.
Are you calling him a social part? Are you calling Maguire a social part?
Bro,
what do you mean?
You can believe whatever you want to believe. You understand? If you're average, you know where you're supposed to be. If some people want to call him and say, I'm calling him a sociopath, you said it, not me. That's how you said it.
You just you insinuated that it's in his head.
Bro, it's in his head because realistically, we see football. If football was by stats, a lot of the players that we criticize, we wouldn't criticize them. The reason we call things and call them what they are is we watch defenders. We look at defenders, your thought process, your positioning, and decision making. Okay. What are the options? What are these things? These are the things we can see with eye tests.
So are you saying eye tests beat statistics?
Of course. If not, why are we going to watch the game? If not,
some people agree with you that if you look at statistics, it's passing statistics, is XG, is low G, is MG.
Bro, let me tell you something. If me too, somebody is sitting near me here, and I pass the ball to the person pass and give me, I pass that. Wait, is it 100% pass completion?
I read some kind of Waffle House nonsense that say Eastwood has 100% pass completion. I'm like, where is it passing into?
You get or you will turn and once somebody is on you, you will turn and pass back to another. That one is one.
But do you know what opened my eye about all these statistics? I actually snapped out of it. It was Elneny. So one day I heard on the news that Elneny passing stats were kind of better than one player that I watched. I'm like, that is impossible. I'm like, have I lost it?
It was Mustafi and Van Dijk.
Then, and I went to look at the statistics. So, okay, these are passes between him and his partner, side to side. I'm like, really?
To the side.
Yeah, side to the side. Because when you say passes statistics, I'm looking at penetrative passes, true passes. By default,
bro, that is your head. When they are giving it to you, they do not share it. They just pour do this information whatever you will. That is what they do. I have looked at it and said, no, I am seeing it. The tackles you make, positioning, these are the things that people complain about. are you quick to react? When I called it Todibo, it's a very good and practical signing. He's a young player. He's going to, the way Araujo is for Barcelona fans, that they are shouting, that people say he's a very good young centre back. That's what he will be for them. Now, I'm not saying he's Saliba, but I'm saying as a young centre back, he is next level. So if they sign him, he's very good on the ball. He's faster. He makes better decisions. He can tackle better. He receives the ball well. That helps Manchester United. He can progress play. These are the things you look at in a defender. Now, Frimpong, when you see Frimpong dribbling out of the back, for me, as an attacking player, better than Kyle Walker. People can come and waffle, oh, it's Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker has the speed and the vision to be following you, but he's not that good attacking-wise as people tend to think. Frimpong is way better. So when I look at all these things, yes, I can give the answer. Now, in midfield, Fofana, we've seen Fofana, ball retention, he can take players out of the game, he's press resistant, he's very strong, he can tackle, he has a very good shot on him. That guy comes in and benches Casemiro. Kefren Turam, people can say, oh, this player. The reason why I call these players is I know their attributes. Manchester United need the skill set of a player that knows how to dribble from deep and involve other players.
Some people push back and say, come on, if you know this so much attributes, why are you not a football scout?
Why am I not a football scout?
Yeah, see, you know all these attributes. Like, it's easier to say on the internet and say, oh, I know to bring these players. That what is the empirical evidence that these players will work?
Bro, there's no evidence that any player will work. But it's a risk we must take. But when we look at the players, their profile fits what the manager has done based off of past records and what he wants to play. And technically, they are way better. Okay, now, you can tell me what is the proof. Would you rather be asking yourself what is the proof when you compare Kefren? Okay, for you, Kefren Turam and McTominay, who is the better player?
Definitely, I'm not even considering McTominay a player.
Exactly. So we all know who technically is better. We all know the attributes of a player, because what am I saying? A player that is press resistant. Manchester United players today, just small press, what would they do? They will turn back and give it. Exactly.
Exactly. They will turn and pass it back.
If Onana passes the ball to Kefren Turam, he can receive it. He can drive with the ball. He can take two players on. These are the things that are missing from Manchester United. They have too many basic players there. So when the game is too technical, or there's a press, or to retain the ball, most of these guys can't. So for me, that's why I call those guys. So they can say, well, am I not a scout? Well, I don't have any, I'm a football aficionado. I'm not thinking about going into scouting. So I just enjoy the game. But that's what I'm
just playing devil's advocate, you know. So people are saying, wow, you are saying, you know, the internet is full of all kinds of people. So it is what it is.
Yeah.
You turn off your camera.
Yeah, I'm coming back, please.
Okay, no play. So
yeah, my
Manchester United are within the dumpster. It is what it is. Shout out to you for giving me 1 hour 30 minutes of your time. Let me allow you to do other things. I know we have other personal things need to handle. So shout out to you guys that joined us. Unfortunately, both StreamYard and YouTube today have been acting like, I have to choose my words carefully because I don't use any colored commentary on YouTube. They've been acting like crazy exes. Like they've been acting crazy. So pardon us, right? We try to make it as good as possible, but StreamYard and YouTube are on their period. So it is what it is. What is this? Oh, it's 7 Shout out to you. Premier League knows you. The same Sheffield that Tottenham struggled to beat at home. Guys are downplaying the result. Don't listen to those. Let me choose my words carefully. Don't listen to those idiots. Do not listen to them. Do not listen to them. We beat them comprehensively. So let them try and downplay it. So let's see. We won. The table. Let me look at the table. I think we are second, right? I think we are still second.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, yes. So we are second on the table. Let me refresh the table to the new one. So yes, we are second with same goal difference with Manchester City. Spurs are first with 26 points. We are second with 24 points. Man City with 24 points, same goal difference. Liverpool are fourth. Aston Villa are silently doing their thing. So
Yeah.
not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. So, guys, if you're watching on the replay, we apologize for the hiccups during the stream. Not our fault. We don't own StreamYard. We don't own YouTube. We are just using their platform. So it is what it is. A7 I think this year Ateta is taking the domestic competitions very seriously. I think so too. We play West Ham on Wednesday. Watch out for my preview of the game in the Carabao Cup against West Ham. That should be an interesting one. West Ham have lost their last few matches, so they'll be looking for a match to bounce back. Hopefully, it won't be on Wednesday. Hopefully, we can add a bit more salt and misery to their form of recent. So, watch out for that. I'll do a live stream and a pre-recorded video regarding that match on Wednesday. So, Ateta is taking it seriously because he needs to show and prove to people who are still doubting him that it's quality, and he needs to do it by winning competitions. West Ham for me are relatively, did I say easy? They're not that as easy. I don't want to get cocky.
I mean, they are not as easy. They are not as easy.
But
they are not
they're not as easy. But I think we can beat them.
Yeah, of course.
I think we can beat them. So I saw them play today against who did they play today that they lost? Everton. They were not particularly flamboyant and good. I saw the overly rated James Ward-Prowse, very bang average. Kudos. Yeah, Kudos did not know. Maybe he needs to eat some wache to give him some energy. He looked very ordinary today. So come on, we can go to the London Stadium and add a bit of pile up on their misery. So Ateta should be able to do well in this competition. So it's another gateway for another trophy. So I'm expecting us to go there on Wednesday. I think without Partey, without Jesus, we can still go to West Ham and win comprehensively. So it won't be as easy as Sheffield United, but come on.
Of course,
guys. Yeah, should be able to go to West Ham and win. So, any last word as we round up this stream?
I'm glad it was a good weekend, as Akim Morgan said. We should cherish the weekend. So.
Yeah. So, on the final note, this time last week, right? There was a semi meltdown of Arsenal. Oh, we couldn't beat Chelsea. Oh, Chelsea. I look at this weekend now. So why is this every weekend there's a roller coaster of emotionality of Arsenal fans? We are still in four competitions. Comfortably in four competitions. But there seems to be this quest for us to argue about what is not in existence.
Bro, for me, you see me, I'm not like them, so I don't even bother. They should complain and do whatever makes them happy. At the end of the day, the manager has the final say. All I can say is we should trust him. That's all.
Yeah. So on that final note, like Mr. said, trust the manager, and if you don't trust him, that is your business. Go and do whatever you want to do with your trust. If you want to be dysfunctional, there's enough platform for you to express your dysfunctionality, and if possible, I will not say it on this stream. You know what to do to yourself. So like the video, subscribe when I subscribe, turn on notification bells, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.